So, Caitlin Clark is about to break another record. Yes, she is about to break another record. And it is the total points in a season for a rookie. And she will probably break it tonight, considering the fact the Dallas Wings don't play defense. Before we get on to, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We are trying to hit 35.2 thousand subscribers by the end of the day. And lads, if you guys want to celebrate 22 hitting the record, we're selling some merch. We are selling some merch if you guys do want to support. And obviously, I am making very much zero profit, as you guys see. $29.99 for a hoodie is very cheap compared to some of the other stuff you're going to get. But yeah, basically, Caitlin Clark is going to be breaking the points record in the next 2 games for like points by a rookie. She's going to be breaking the record. And the record, she's currently second. As far as per game numbers goes, it's a little bit different. Like A'ja Wilson only played 33 or 34 games. She averaged 20.7. In terms of points per game, they don't want to give it to Cynthia Cooper, mainly because she like Cynthia Cooper played, she was in her 30s, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And then obviously in points per game, she is in 6th. But she is tied with Arike Agumbawale. But as you can see here for the record, she needs 19 to break the record, 18 to tie, and she has 40 more than A'ja Wilson. And obviously she has gotten 90 more than Arike Agumbawale. But she did obviously play more games. And that's the funny thing is she needs 19 points at the record in 38 games, Augustus in 34 games. And also, this is my favorite part about this all, is that everyone will laugh about this, but she has shot the ball 67 less times. Caitlin Clark is the second most efficient, third most efficient scoring guard in the WNBA. Kelsey Mitchell is second, and there's like, they're neck and neck. Like, it literally, if Caitlin Clark has a good shooting game, she'll go ahead of Mitchell, or if Mitchell has a good shooting game, she'll go ahead of Clark. Like, that's literally how tight it is. And also, Kayla McBride, who is just only shoots wide open shots. So, this is still a huge record. And again, people wanting to diminish this record. Nobody diminished Alyssa Thomas's. Caitlin Clark, her rookie, or her not all-time assist record. Everyone's talking about, how she's taken over from Alyssa Thomas. No one talking about Vandersloot. No one's talking about Vandersloot. And as well as that, how Caitlin Clark, or how A'ja Wilson overtook the points in a season record from Jewel Lloyd. No one's talking about Diana Taurasi, who averaged a close enough points per game to what A'ja averaged. No, everyone's talking about Jewel Lloyd, who averaged a lot less points per game than A'ja Wilson did this last year than A'ja Wilson did this year. And the reality of this is that nobody knows what would happen if there are more games. Nobody knows. Like, obviously, we can have the points per game record, but Caitlin Clark is breaking the total points record. Just like the Cheryl Swoops one. Like, if Cheryl Swoops had one extra game in the NCAA tournament, and in that extra game, she dropped 23 points, I think, Caitlin Clark still would have broke the record. There is no guarantee. Everyone's just assuming that if she averaged whatever it was, like 34 points a game, that she was going to break 34 if there's an extra game. She might have had 40. Cheryl Swoops might have had 40. She might have had 20. Who the hell knows? But at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is the numbers. When we're talking about per game records, it is what it is. But with this season constantly expanding, and look, Caitlin Clark's record is going to be broken. If the league is 50 games by the time Juju's there, and Juju breaks the scoring record, great for her. She'll break the rookie scoring record. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I will say though, Caitlin Clark is an exceptional scorer, and she is doing it so efficiently. Like, yes, she had a bad shooting game. She didn't have an awful shooting game. Like, she had a bad shooting game and an awful shooting game in her last 2. But like, until those 2 Aces games where she was being allowed to be mauled, they literally allowed to maul Caitlin Clark. Funny thing is, when Caitlin Clark kind of like nudges Jackie Young with a shoulder, everyone's saying like, oh, look at this, Caitlin Clark offensively fouled and the refs gave it away. Like, she got bear hugged by Jackie Young, and Caitlin Clark pushes Jackie Young off after getting bear hugged. The foul was for her getting bear hugged. Nothing to do with the push off. Yes, she pushed off, but she got bear hugged before the push off. That's like saying, I don't know, I don't even know what other analogy I can make. It's so obvious. She got bear hugged and she pushed to get away. She pushed to get away, but it's like we've got delusional fans all the time. And I'm like, I'm going to make a video specifically on the assists, which is hilarious because everyone is like, well, they're like, oh, Caitlin Clark got a fake assist record. And it's like, man, we should see what some of the assists Vandersloot and Alyssa Thomas have been getting. And people are finding this in like one game in like 10 minutes of searching. But the reality is that they give assists in the NBA and WNBA. They tend to give assists even off a 1-2 dribbles. Like they do tend to give assists that realistically should not be assists in these leagues. And that's a different problem. That's a problem or a completely different conversation. It's a conversation for a different day rather than just going at Caitlin Clark just to go at Caitlin Clark. But anyway, yeah, that is an interesting one. And if we want to look at the top scoring rookies of all time, like she's going to lead the league in scoring for a rookie, assists all time, assists for a rookie, points created, points and assists. She's probably going to lead the league in rebounding as a guard rebounding. I think she's leading in shots blocked for a guard. She's going to lead the league in three. She already set the rookie 3-point record like 5 games ago. Was it? When did she set the record? I think it was over Carrington. Yeah, I think it was like 5 games ago. So, like, she's not setting unbreakable records because obviously I think the league goes to 50 games at some stage. So, I think eventually she will set an everyone who's saying like she set this, she's also, by the way, setting an unbreakable turnover record pretty much. But I think she's going to average 10 assists next year. I think Caitlin Clark is going to average 20 and 10 because they're playing to her system. She might not shoot the most efficiently, but this team takes enough shots, so she's going to average 20 and 10. Especially if Mitchell's there, if Boston's still there, assuming, touch wood, no injuries. But, yeah, like, this is, it's a big season. It is an unbelievable season. And it is a absolutely incredible rookie year that may not ever be repeated again. Like, there's no one that's going to break as many records as a rookie as Caitlin Clark. There's just not. There's genuinely not. There's no rookie that's going to take over just a season like Caitlin Clark will. And again, look, I think Juju might break the points record. Because even if the league's not 50 games, I think Juju is a good enough scorer that she could come in and average close to 22 a game. And that would be just greater than Clark. And the reality of this is that women's basketball is on such an up and up in that 5, 10, 15 years. There's going to come in a better player than her. There will be a better player than her. The reality is, at this point in time, I think you can make a legitimate argument that she's the greatest rookie ever. Especially, like, look, as good as Candace Parker was, she was unbelievable. But, like, man, I know she won MVP. There was a freaking fan vote. An online fan vote was 25% of that MVP. I can guarantee you if there's a 25% online fan vote, Caitlin Clark would win.